Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Day. All right, what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? Of course, it's all about the Vegas casinos' big lighting show. It was a Christmas lighting show that took place on Monday, and we have the highlights for you. So we're going to go right into the highlights. Interesting, right? I know. All right, time for a commercial break. When we come back, more late night.
Ha! Bad. Anyway, them see me play me gun, them a chat. Bad. Busting up the place with me style. Bad. What kind of thing that style where we fling?
Having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem in your internet is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place a second device where you need coverage. Boom, now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. And my guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today itself.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
Interview segment. Right now, we are with the leader of the United People's Party and Member of Parliament, Omar Ottley. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
So far, so good.
Man,
What's the latest?
I don't know. It's a lot going on, but still nothing going on, if you know what I mean.
And that's what I wanted to know. You said that in your end of the year anniversary of this particular government.
Correct.
So we wanted you to come on and explain a little bit why you giving him an F.
Well, it's not to be just, for lack of a better words, bashing or negative. It's a realistic purview of myself. The reality is when I walk out on the street, a lot of people are coming to me, the police officers, firefighters, ambulance, regular people, business owners. Everything is just stagnant. And I say it, and I say it's amazing that, we see the energy that the public had for the previous government. They seem to don't have this energy for this government, but, they rather come to me and want me fight. And no matter what, I will fight for you. Whether you're against me or for me, I have to fight for you. But my thing is, it's amazing to see the lack of energy. You know, like Lance Bachelots for the police officers has not been signed since Thy Kingdom Come. And the energy, the same marching and the protest is not there. Not to say that we're inciting that, but sometimes you get what you want when you take certain actions.
And the actions was, of course, putting this government together.
Yep.
And leaving out everybody else. So, of course, that would be a big factor.
Yeah, and I always say, you know, they say like the people have spoken. No, it's not that the people have spoken. The system, how it's set up, you can have the most votes. I can have 7 seats and still be out of government.
Correct.
Because we have to form with whoever is available.
Yeah.
So if you take 4 parties and put them together, you know, the people really haven't spoken. You just formulated a majority.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, even the National Alliance, they still was the biggest party with the most votes.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I say for us, for the United People's Party, this was our like really first time with it was no Grisha, no Teo, and if you look at everybody that came from the UP, what the UP was, we had Luke Mercelina, we had Grisha, we had Ludi, we had Lyndon, we had Kevin Mingre, and the list goes on and on. So for the UP to still retain 2 seats and only miss it by 23 votes, the 3rd seat, shows you that, okay, now we're in a rebuilding phase, you know? So I am happy where we're at. Everything happens for a reason, and the people is seeing that you know what you had, you didn't know what you was getting.
With the United People's Party, what are some of the plans when it comes to the revamping of it?
Well, indeed, as you can see, the last election, the list, we didn't do a full list, which, you know, came back to bite us, I could say, because by 23 votes. But I wanted to focus on, you know, more professionalism in it. So the last list, we had lawyers, we had police officers, we had, you know, business persons, entrepreneurs, auditors, we had bankers and tax personnel. So we're trying to create that professional list where labor can meet the business aspect. So that's the way that we're revamping, and we already have some commitments, you know, for next time around. And I think that people are going to be shocked to see some of the new faces that are joining.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So the UP is still thriving?
Oh, yeah. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's a household brand. When you go places, people, you know, recognize and remember the UP. You know, me, myself, this is my 3rd time running. I got 669 votes. So the people still see, you know, that and have that confidence in me. But if we just go back to what we was talking about, Andrew, let's take an example of, you know, the hospital. The hospital started in 2000, groundbreaking in 2018, or even before that, and it only got moving when I came in 2021.
Yeah.
The proof was there. I put the picture
Yeah.
of the day before I swore in and when I left. And while we see now the hospital going up, everyone is blind to the fact that the minister announced that the hospital will be 200 days delayed. No one's saying anything, you know. The minimum wage. You know, when I did it by the biggest in history, and no minister will be able to match how I did it. And I did it twice to put us, because how the minimum wage is, right? If I'm drowning, just for an example, the price is already low, and consumer price index goes up, which is the cost of living by 2%, your salary goes up by 2%. But if I'm underwater and you lift me up 2 centimeters, but then you raise the water 2 centimeters, I'm still underwater. So what we did the first time, we did all the accumulations when the minimum wage wasn't done, and we put that. And then the last one, we did it by a different article, which allows the minister to set it for a certain period of time. So what that did is now, if you see the minimum wage increase that was just done, that was able to be done on top of what I set, on top of the 1,000, you know? And even doing that, it was like,
It was a problem.
and then now I see ministers doing it by 8 cents, and everyone seems to be content, you know? So sometimes I say people have to really know what they had and see what they have. If you look at just everything in general, when last have you heard anything about education?
Yes.
The minister is signing things away, but nothing to reform our education here. You know, if you go down the line, Ministry of Finance, they're working illegally. They don't even have a budget 2025 amendment.
Yeah, up to now.
We're going into the new year. They were celebrating that we're the first to bring a budget on time, and then you also was the first to have to bring back the budget.
Yeah.
So if you just go down the list, and I have nothing against any of them, nothing, but professionally, they're not ready for the job. The marketplace, it speaks for itself. What do you call it, a chicken coop?
Yeah, I call it a chicken coop.
Yeah, they did a groundbreaking, everyone was excited, but when I was there, we had the plans, everything was approved, permit signed, but of course, everyone wants to come in and change and do their own thing.
Put their own stamp on it.
So the country is stagnant, and it's going, matter of fact, going backwards. There's nothing to say we're moving forward, and then the only announcement you hear from the Prime Minister is saying, we got to go back under the Dutch. So where are we going as a country, St. Martin? You tell me.
Do you agree with that statement, that we have to go back?
No, I don't agree with it. You know, I think there's ample ways, opportunities that we can be more sustainable. You know, one of the things that this government is depending on is something that I have there, which is the tourist levy. It was brought by then MP Rolando Bryson. He sent it to the Council of Advice. He received some very critical feedback. So I said, you know what, I don't want to put this to waste. So as Minister of Health and Labor, I created a team whereby the lawyers and experts revamped the legislation based on the advice, and whereby we would be able to pay SZV, because the government owes SZV upwards of 300 million.
Correct.
So our health care is sinking. And the government is dependent on it, this government, but they don't know where to start, because now you see it's not even under Viasada more. He's talking about it. Finance is talking about it. Teat is talking about it. So now it's becoming a disaster, and they don't know where to go with it. So those are the things that we need to learn to do to generate money, because Aruba is doing it, and Curacao starting it in 2026.
They're starting it also.
It's been announced. So when we do things, a lot of us in the business owners say, yeah, the people ain't gonna come, the people ain't gonna come. The people are going to come. And we can make upwards of $15 million a year just at the airport doing it. And now, like I said, Aruba started it last year, and Curacao, and Aruba and I were working on it together, hand in hand. We were sharing information. But that's just to show how stagnation affects our country.
I wanted to talk a little bit also about GEBE. I know that that's been something that you've been championing for quite some time when it comes to the relief effort. Of course, nothing has happened as yet.
Correct.
But a social affairs and GEBE came together and did something for the less vulnerable.
Well, GB did something. See, what people don't understand is that ability has always been there for social, to pay and assist if you have issues. Okay, GB said we can give this amount of money. We can give 600,000, but what people forgetting is they asked government to match it. So the 600, the 50,000 you're getting is not from government, it's from GB. They asked the government to match it, and the government has not matched it. So the relief could have been more, and even now how we are seeing it, it's not nothing sustainable. So granted, it is something. So I can't knock that.
Yeah.
It is something. 200 guilders, whatever it may be.
250 guilders.
Yeah, but whatever it may be, that's 250 guilders more in your pocket. So I'm not knocking it. However, what I'm disappointed is that this relief, this money came from GB. And I'm also disappointed in GB because when I asked a year ago to tell me what you could have done, nothing. But then when the Prime Minister threw them under the bus, they started to say, no, we told you what could be done. So you guys were playing politics as well and hiding the information because of my position.
Yeah.
But you're not spiting me, you're spiting the people.
The people.
So what we created, Andrew, we did the petition, and I didn't just want to send in a petition. We created a whole ministerial regulation on how it can be done. And a clear cross, this is not even called a relief. This is called a regulation. It's regulating the fuel prices on St. Martin that is used for electricity.
Pretty straightforward.
At the moment, the minister regulates gas that is sold in your car. So we just added this to the MR, which would then regulate a maximum price for what Sol is selling to GB. So people say, oh, you're going to kill GB. No, we're actually saving GB because we're going direct to the source. Then number two, the fuel clause is ripping us off. We are not paying, Seven Seas is not paying their portion from the fuel clause. So that means we're paying it from Seven Seas. But then in your water, there's a fuel clause. So we are paying the fuel clause for the water company that charges us a fuel clause.
Basically.
Because Seven Seas makes water, GB distributes. So we added that. And then we put a responsibility clause in there, which is like a consumption. So people of St. Martin, the lampposts, the street lights, all of those things, it says GB self-consumption. GB, don't put that in the formula. So you know who paying for it?
We.
So in Curacao, for instance, you have a max self-consumption of 4.25%. If you go over that, you are responsible, the company. So we put one for 2.5%. So if GB consumes more than that, they have to take that responsibility. That is the incentive to make sure they get their act together. All the leakage, we lose tons and tons of water every day from leakage underground and all over. We pay for that.
Wow. Now, when it comes to the government itself and they listening to the people, do you think they have a ear to the ground, or is it something that the opposition is always having to come out and come out with the issues?
Well, I think by you asking that question, you're being a very good journalist and trying not to be subjective. But the proof is in the pudding. And what happens is, I see people that are suffering but would have the nerve to argue with me online. So you put GB relief, and then they say, but what about GB? You want bankrupt GB? And then I turn and say, but what about you?
Yeah.
What about the people? Because when you have a report that was made by the government that says GB overcharged us by 13 million, I ask you, what about you? So where the 13 million gone? If you're paying rent for this place and you found out that you have overpaid by $1 million, okay, $1 million you have overpaid by, but tomorrow the person comes and say, Andrew, you gotta come out because I behind on my lease.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, where's the $1 million I give you?
Where's the $1 million that you gave?
So I can't feel for GB. I cannot feel for a company that has ripped us off for many years. And what happened is, GB has no miscellaneous plan. Their only plan is if something happens, charge us for it. A generator go down, they charge us more. More maintenance, they charge us more. Need more oil, fuel price go up, they charge us more. Something happened at the plant that is not our fault, they charge us more.
So there's no structure really.
No.
And because there's no structure, we're the one who feeling it.
Correct. What happened is the tariff, the base rate that we pay of 25 cents is too low. So because it's too low, they started to manipulate the fuel clause so that they can make back the money from the base rate. And that's because we don't have a regulation. If you put a regulation that said the fuel clause should only reflect fuel, if you have a problem with your base rate, then you fix that.
You fix it.
But there's no regulation. So I submitted it to the government so they have no more excuse. So I don't expect you to just run and use what I submit, but give me a feedback. Tell me what your lawyer is saying. And I know that what I'm saying is structurally correct because I spoke with Curacao. I spoke with the heads of the electricity company in Aruba. I did this with BTP Curacao. I did this with former CEOs of St. Martin, well thought out, well formulated. So everything that I speak of, I can say and tell you where I refer it back to.
What are some of the things that you're working on as a member of parliament?
Well, actually, I'm glad that you asked. I have 5 legislations that I have submitted in my 1 year. Well, in January or whatever, it's going to be 2. But I have 5. I have 1 that is actually at the moment waiting to be handled. God knows when. The parliament scheduling is very bad. The chair lady is out for 3 weeks. And we have a vice chair, but meetings are,
Stagnant.
Stagnant. I don't like the way that things are going. The GB meeting, we're still waiting for the continuation of such meeting. So I'm waiting on that. That is the LTU. That is regulating kids born in St. Martin of foreign parents.
Ah, yes.
So that is finally went through all of the channels, and now we have to debate it in Parliament. So what we see, for example, everyone is celebrating Curacao, right? And Holland turn around and Holland say, just for example, all of them born Holland, right? But Curacao get the pride.
Curacao get the pride.
Because what happens is, we have kids that are born here, but cannot represent here.
Correct.
Because they can be the best. I just get calls from soccer players, boxers, baseball players that can't travel to represent St. Martin because they're
Yeah,
born
but-
of foreign parents.
Oh.
You understand? So they're born here, but they can't travel. So then what are we creating? We are going to spend the rest of our life celebrating our neighbors. What are they doing that we are not doing? Aruba has people in major leagues. Curacao has people. What are we doing to enhance people?
To enhance. So we have to start with, of
We
course,
have to stand.
regulating.
And I'm not asking you to open the floodgates, because what we're doing is for people who have been here for 10 years or more and contributing to our tax system. So if you have been here, if you are from wherever, Jamaica, Guyana, Suriname, wherever, but you have been contributing to our tax system and you make a child here, you understand? You won't go nowhere. You won't hear loafing, you won't hear committing crimes, you know what I mean? You have been working. That child born here.
St. Martin.
Half of our parliament wasn't even born in St. Martin.
Yeah.
I wasn't born in St. Martin.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I am St. Martin. I bleed St. Martin. You understand? So I come here when I was a month old, and you know my parents are from St. Martin, so yeah. But what I'm saying is, and you have a child who has been born here,
And still having to
and we don't
question
question it.
question
you
whether
know?
it's going to be, I don't know if you could be representing us or not.
So yeah, so that don't mean people don't get frightened. You can't come here 8 months, 7 months, 6 months pregnant and think you're just gonna make a child and they're gonna be from here. You understand? It's regulations and processes. But I think we really need to fix that. That is one. I submitted the profit tax legislation as well for phase reduction. I submitted the LAV to help deal with work permits, procedures, and so forth, to make it easier and also to make the government more money when it comes to that. I submitted the civil code amendment to help deal with the short-term contract. All of these things have been done, submitted. I already got from the council, and they sent it to the SED. Normally it goes SED first, but Parliament never used to go to the SED. So now when you send to the council, they say, hey, no. We render advice, but get the advice of the SED. So I've been working tremendously. I have submitted a budget amendment. As you may know, I have done 1, 2, 3 different motions. So as a member of Parliament, I have been moving in the 1, 2 years.
What is the one issue that you want to see done as soon as possible that you're championing?
Well, what I would love to see done right now is, one, the GB situation. Definitely that needs to be done. The people are bawling. All of the lights is nice. All of the light shows is nice. But how ironic we're having light shows when the people of St. Martin don't have lights in their house. There are a lot of those that don't have lights in their house. And what I'm saying is, I am not a proponent of crime, but situations make people do things. And crime is linked to employment, to at home, to a person that can't put their lights on, have a little baby at home, can't get a job because there's no reform if they've been locked up. And then we're throwing in their face this merry and jolly Christmas and lights all over the place that we are paying for because they're pulling from the
From GB.
GB. And then you're not even giving the people a real relief to say, reconnect our people by Christmas.
That's right. Pretty sad.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. But I guess, it is what it is. I was reading this quote, and it says, a person will never be recognized in their hometown.
We're up on the outside.
Yeah. And I say that in Parliament, and I said it, and I said for some reason we have a problem with people that look like us, talk like us. So when it came down to it, my own people had rather put someone that don't look and sound like them as the prime minister. You understand? And I'm being bold enough to say it. Because I know you're too focused on when you knew me. I knew him this, I knew him that, whatever it was, you don't feel comfortable putting your own there. And that what happened. The disconnect starts. When you see the firefighters, he barely or probably don't have family or friends that he can relate to in the fire department. That's why he's nonchalant.
Yeah.
GB, And he turned around, and that's why I tell people, in the places where he got 98 votes and all of those things and have not went back, those people, those vulnerable people, they can't reach and touch him like they could with me.
And where do they see them? Yeah.
So that's what happened. We disconnect. So when it's the reality. You don't put someone that looks like you, talk like you. It's all fun and games when election day come. But after that, these are the reality. And the sad thing is, because they can't reach them, they can reach me. And I get the cussing.
You get the cussing.
When I'm not even in government.
You're not even in government. As opposition, though, do you see it getting any easier? Because we're going in 2026. Expectations.
For opposition, you know, the thing about it, I could be an opposition that just complain. And the more they don't do, the better for me. I could have been that person. But I have tried to offer help, whether it's motions, legislations, MR. Because
Even meeting with ministers and giving them your plan.
Because if they don't do, it's better for me, but it's bad for the country. Because how they can help the country, I can't at the moment. I can only make my mouth big. When I pass the marketplace, I kid you not, I have a meeting in a bit, and I guarantee you when I pass there again, they're going to hold me up. And all I can say is, I'm fighting for you. That's all I can say.
Because even the market vendors are waiting for some decent relief.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know, when you see them pass there, they have to really pack all these things up every day. Pack and unpack to make no money. And then we hear celebrating in their faces, you know. But speaking of celebration, before I forget, my brain all over the place, I will be doing my Christmas give back again with collaboration with Sugar Mill. So we definitely will be doing that. Look out for that real soon. We just bought all the gifts, and we're just going to plan a date now, and I'll let Andrew know to let the public of St. Martin know when we can do that. And St. Martin, please be on time, because first come, first serve. As much as we would love to, we cannot serve everyone. So first come, first serve.
Very straightforward. Member of Parliament and leader of the United People's Party, Omar Ottley, your final words.
I'd just like to wish everyone a safe and prosperous holidays. And if we don't get to connect before, Happy New Year to all of you guys. And I pray that God guide this country straight through. And I even pray for the government that they can get the wisdom to get us moving.
All right. Time for commercial break. We'll be right back.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Martin, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Martin. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Martin by St. Martin hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Now it's time for your throwback. Let's put in something that took place around this time a long time ago.
Welcome to what we call Politics Tuesday. We are here, and you know, 2023 is special because we have to bring in the incapable people on the show on a weekly basis from now on the people who have no idea what they talk about, the people who don't know anything about politics but continue to parade as someone who knows about politics. And who am I speaking about? Of course, my incompetent host, Cedric Ortega. Good day, sir.
Happy New Year, folks. It is another season of politics and another year in which I have to
Breathe, yes, and speak. You see, he can't even use words.
Anyway,
and this is what I mean when I say
hope your holidays was
incapable
fun.
host.
I hope you had a wonderful holidays.
I hope you had lots of ham.
I eat all the ham because you know the ham with the French's mustard is c'est bon. That's about all that's good with the holidays. I don't like firecrackers, so fireworks.
And that you get to go to
No.
the civil servant
no.
Thanksgiving
No,
service. No,
No.
come on.
Yeah.
No,
No.
you missed it.
Yeah, I mean,
They had some good food.
Yeah, I suffered.
Yeah. Cedric,
Why?
I'm just saying.
Why?
You was a special guest.
Yes,
but you didn't show up.
I was an honored guest, but I figured something was going to go wrong eventually.
Of course, the politics that we continue to discuss on St. Martin, I know that a lot has happened since the new year, and
A lot?
we're not surprised.
What's going on in Parliament?
Yes, well, that's where I was coming to, Cedric, because this morning I received an email from the press secretary.
President of Parliament? You can send emails?
The press secretary.
Oh.
And I will read this for you, because I really
Because
want
you decided not to decide, because the decision of not making the decision is making the decision to, we can talk about it, might not decide to not talk about it.
But you're postulating yourself, man. You're getting ready.
Yeah,
You sound like a National Alliance member right there. Okay, so in the press release that we have, it says that notification start of broadcasted meetings of Parliament. The Parliament of St. Martin hereby notifies the public that it is currently in the process of upgrading its audio-video system in the Parliament building cooperation with the property owner. The purpose of this upgrade is to provide members of Parliament, the public, and the media with an improved quality during the broadcast of parliamentary deliberations. The works, which commenced in December 2022, are expected to be completed shortly,
I'm
during which period the meeting hall of Parliament is inaccessible. Consequently, meetings of Parliament are scheduled to resume in the third week of January 2023. As customary, the upcoming meeting scheduled will be published on the Parliament Facebook page, website, and the Daily Herald, and will be shared with members of the media, and parliamentary sessions will be carried live on TV15, and so on, and so on, and so on.
I'm confused about a couple of things. Maybe you can provide clarity. If all it took was some audio and video work to improve the quality of the level of Parliament, why it took so long? That's number one. Number two, they couldn't do this in the recess?
Which recess? They're still in recess because they just added another week to their vacation.
But it's all for the better, because now that they improve
the quality and the audio,
the audio and video, the quality
will have better quality in Parliament.
In Parliament. So
Correct.
then things like the protection versus how you say accountability, those things don't get rectified by just adding some data and some MBs, memory.
Yeah, and that's going to be good. And I also heard that MP Akim Arinel is going to be second chair of Parliament, and he's going to be chairing some meetings. So I'm very excited to hear.
Wow, them improvements provide AI too? Artificial intelligence?
What? What do you mean?
Like he gonna actually be able to
Yeah, he's gonna
speak and.
Yeah, he's gonna have hit the gavel.
Wow, that's going to. I wonder how his voice. I ain't gonna record that.
In any case, the new minister of Tiat will be coming in this week, Cedric. Your thoughts on Mr. Leo Lambrix? I don't know if you know him personally.
Yeah, I know Leo.
Oh, okay. And
You know his. I just.
what you want to say, Cedric?
I would just say 4:20 in the afternoon. We all hook up together. By the cigar bar.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, 4:20. Just around that time.
Cedric,
Yeah.
can you stay serious?
I'm always serious.
Now, about Mr. Lambrix, he ran the last time on the USP list, and now he resigned from the USP. You had another resignation from the USP. Mr. Bruch yesterday sent out a press release stating that he resigned from USP. And let me be the first one to say that we don't care. Because I was upset. I had to look at the number of votes he received during the last elections. And then when I saw the number, I said to myself, why would you announce this? I've never respected politicians who did not get elected during elections before, announcing that they are making a move to a new party, as if they bring in all the votes with them. What is going on? Because and the thing is, he had to go into reason. Now you're gonna make me pull up the press release because I was like in shock.
I don't understand why you in shock now. Watch.
Why?
Let me show you. This,
Tell me.
This politician. Watch. First, you need to put the hands like this. Right? You have to sit sideways. You can't sit straight.
you can't.
Right? You have to sit sideways.
Okay.
And then you have to look the camera right in its eye and say, God bless you. Without that, you're no politician. Number two, it is on behalf of you, the people of St. Martin, that I come before you today to announce this very difficult and in-depth decision that I have been forced to come to. I am no longer leaving the political arena. What I'm doing is I'm going where my philosophy, my ideas can be better expounded upon. I know that the 225 votes that I received last time could have been and should have been.
That's too much.
Much.
No.
I doing it for the big dogs who gonna be jumping about just now.
I thought it was Mr. Bruch. But anyway, and then the reasoning was because the USP picked a bunch of candidates that were not candidates on the list as ministers prior to, and these are previous ministers.
What you were trying to say is he's in law enforcement and he got too much criminals here.
Cedric. He didn't say that. His words were not.
His words were, listen, partner, me, I can't hang around. Are you bunch of crooks no more? I got uniform.
No, Cedric, he didn't say that.
Yes.
What he said was,
Yes.
that he is no longer.
Hanging around with a bunch of crooks because you don't wear uniform.
I have always had political aspirations. Addressing needs of our people has always been my number one and only concern.
Those are two different things, though.
Some key factors in this decision to resign are a continued selection of candidates with legal issues.
English, I can't hang around. You fellas neither wear uniform, you're a bunch of crooks.
Casting a negative light. So translate this for me. Casting a negative light on all USP candidates and the party's track record to constantly propose and appoint ministers who did not run on the party as candidates. What do you mean to say by that? because it's casting a negative light on all USP candidates. You see, this is why I say it's incapable, because I have to always repeat things to him. So what I'm saying is that he is constantly appoint ministers who did not run on the party candidates, and then he gave examples.
On the party what?
As candidates, so Dennis Richardson, Edson Kiring Dongo, Raphael Boseman, Melissa Doncher, Pamela Gordon, without consultation of the candidates. This is, in his opinion, a clear indication of lack of confidence in the party's own candidates. In closing, Brugge wishes the United St. Martin Party all the best. Do you? You just rip up a new asshole. And then you wish them all the best.
No. You see, so because you are on the list means, mind you, trying to become an MP. That's your objective, to become an MP. However, it seems that being affiliated, you automatically should be considered for certain positions. That's why we get a demolition,
Cedric.
we get a bow stop and a
Cedric,
demolition
don't
order
let
at
me-
the same time.
Don't let me get upset now. Don't let me get upset now.
That's why. That's
Cedric,
that's why.
Because this is
that's
where
why
the incompetence
the
of
trees
your
get chopped up.
commentating
The
comes in.
The trees
Cedric,
get chopped up.
you
A kind of how.
I cannot run on your party and then you're not going to appoint me as a minister. Why run for then? For kicks?
To become an MP.
Okay, and I didn't make it. But you make it.
Okay.
You're my leader. Okay, so now you have to appoint ministers from your party,
No.
Cedric.
No.
So you gonna just pick somebody off the street?
Who best for the job? Tommy, but he involved me all day. Pow! Pow! Argue with me. Say something, let me beat you up. Say something. Say something. Say something.
Don't worry, me and Tommy's colleagues. Listen, all I said.
Why you retarded?
All I'm saying is, Cedric,
What?
if I run on your political party, I expect an appointment.
Yes. At 10
Especially if I have.
every week at 10 o'clock, we're going to go through this thing and I'm going to explain you about atheism. The appointment can remain.
Cedric, again.
Again, what? You don't understand. I don't hear what you're saying.
I have a uniform. I work in justice. How the hell wouldn't you put me as Minister of Justice?
I'll put you head of the security by the Parliament building, but that ain't mean I'll put you head of justice. Why one makes what? Listen, we have a democracy that allows everybody to postulate themselves and be eligible to run as a member of Parliament.
Unfortunately.
There is no obligation, there is nothing that requires you to then automatically be in consideration for a ministerial position. If people
This is
have
where
some,
you are wrong,
if people
Cedric,
have some
because if I am-
self-integrity,
listen,
they would.
there you go again with this self-integrity bull
Man,
crap.
yeah,
How
yeah.
is it possible that
I don't
we're
know.
going to have 23 people, 23 candidates? Obviously, there's 15 seats, Cedric.
that right there,
There's
you
15 seats.
right there, you understand, right?
So,
that
so the party then gets you elected because clearly you can't get 900 and
Not
something votes
me.
to get a seat.
Me, I am
So
atheist.
the whole team, the whole entire team
yes.
compiled their votes together for you and maybe somebody else to get into the position of a parliamentarian.
Yes.
The parliamentarians then form a bloc whereby they make a coalition, or if they have enough, they then appoint a council of ministers. Why is it you are not going to look in-house for a minister, Cedric Ortega. Are you crazy?
In-house doesn't necessarily mean a candidate on the list.
Why not?
Because maybe you're incompetent for the damn position. Have you ever thought about that? I'm just saying.
So then why would you make me run on your party?
It's the same reason NBA teams got 15 players, but we know 6 of them. Moral support.
Cedric,
Yes.
I refuse to believe that you are comparing our
World Cup even better.
Capable.
You got 30 fellas on the bench. We only know Mkembe and what you name, Messi. Name another player. Ronaldo. Name another one. I gonna name this part one first.
Pele.
He dead.
Yes, I know. That's why I know.
Bless him, bless him.
Did
I just say that? No, he dead. Right, that's it.
They have many players.
Yes. Who just there
Yes.
waving the towel. You ever see
Okay.
them on the sideline? They clapping, and when the real players come in, they clap
You
them
know
on the
what?
bum.
I disagree. I disagree because years ago we used to say the same thing about name a politician, and the first thing a kid would say is Theo.
Yeah, because I used to carry the coloring books for them in school. of course.
Yes, okay. And then afterwards, you know, Sarah, because Auntie Sarah, she's been there before St. Martin was named St. Martin. I think it was called the Salt Pond before, and
No,
then it
Swaliga.
became Swaliga, and then, yes. And then she carried a motion to the,
Auntie Sarah.
Auntie Sarah carried a motion to Holland, and then she was like, let's call it St. Martin.
She carried them days by KLM, or it was the ship?
No, it was, she went,
was
she went
ship?
by a ship.
Yeah,
After
okay.
she took a couple of weeks
That's a long
to get
time.
to Holland.
That's a long
She got,
time
yeah,
ago.
it was during the trade.
When they had clumpers?
During the trade, she was
The trade?
the loopmeisje. What's the name?
Huh?
What's the name of a stroop? What's the name of the
Ik zou het niet weten. zeg jij het maar.
the red people back in the day? They wasn't slaves. They was like assistants. Anyway, Auntie Sarah is responsible for
Ze
St.
was een van
Martin.
die knechtjes. Knechtjes heb ik over. Knechtje. Een knechtje.
Let me stop. Can we go ahead? Because we're going through some apology days these days. We don't get too sensitive. But in any case,
I'm sorry.
Auntie Sarah, thank you for your service. You know,
What that's supposed to mean?
because she was.
Well, you
there
like
from
you
the beginning.
retiring? Oh.
She was there from the beginning, and
yeah.
she retiring, obviously. You
Because I'm
see the DP list?
I will call Timo for you.
Listen, Avengers are here. Okay, Sarah list. I hear they have a convention later this month, and
I going.
no, if you see the
I going.
list, the
Because
stock list,
unlike Brugge, I get 16 votes, but I didn't retire. I didn't resign. Not even privately. I stay right here. I know come full circle. I gonna be by the convention with my red shirt. You know.
You know, one thing I noticed also is that you know, the worst president of parliament in St. Martin history, joined-
Orlando? He ain't got no party. He outcast. He's gonna be one of them sitting down like this. I have dedicated my life to try and run on every political party on St. Martin. I've even attempted to lead a few of them astray, mind you. However, please vote for me. Otherwise, the project, Don Kupukoi, that has cost many a job and a reputation will not get accomplished. Please, ask former
see
Minister
Ansari put that-
Miklos about us.
You see Ansari put in an appeal to get back Bullet Bay, so you're crazy.
I know he put in appeal, a
He put in
banana appeal.
He put in appeal to go back in.
Listen.
And he want back the ownership.
It
of Bullet
is
Bay.
mine.
It is mine.
Precious is mine.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, but back to Auntie Sarah.
Yeah.
So now with the Democratic Party and the convention that's coming up, and Krisha Heiliger Martin being part of you know, the team, you don't think it would put a stain on the Democratic Party?
No. First of all, these are two ladies that know how to take care of their clothes. If there's any stain, they will get it out. That's number one.
Cedric, wipe your mouth.
Well,
Too much ass on it.
hey,
Wipe it.
hey,
Wipe it.
listen,
Wipe it.
don't go there. Don't
Wipe
go there.
it.
You talk about stain. Which stain? Let's look at historically.
What is it that she would bring to the table, to the Democratic Party, that she has imploded the UP, and then she is then now moving to the Democratic Party to do the same thing? Really?
I mean, if you consider her the implosion of the UP, then why I gonna tell you? You can't probably see that low. She may be at your eyesight, so that's what you could see, because that little fella down there, your back out of order, you can't bend down, so you can't see that little Napoleon behind there pulling the string. What Ludi said, I needed to realign myself with you, though. That dagger is long. So in terms of implosion, I do not credit the good MP, Grisha Heliger Martin, with that responsibility.
You know,
I
this
credit
is what I talk about.
credit the usurper. You know, the worst kind of
That's the
usurper.
thing with Cedric
The partner
Ortiz.
you leave
He
sleep in your
likes
guest
to-
bedroom.
he likes to
You gone
always-
out, come back. He in the
always-
living room in his jockey with his leg cock up and two girls he got here. And you like, yo, dude, I just need you. Again, you must pay a bedroom. He like, no, don't worry, man. We cool.
Cedric.
That kind of usurping.
Cedric.
It's like after they move out, you need to fumigate the place. You don't even want to live there no more.
All I'm saying is
Yes.
that the Democratic Party
I know
has
that's
a
all you're
chance.
saying.
Has a chance to come out fresh, and with Grisha Heliger Martin there, I don't know if that's going to happen. That's what I'm saying.
You probably do not understand certain things because you believe in the martyrdom of a man. Right?
What?
You believe in they killed Jesus. I told you long time ago, the moment they tried to do something to that one, they was going to make her a martyr. And if you don't remember when people went on the attack at Auntie Sarah, what she did the next election, you best hold your breath. Our society, we are male chauvinists of the worst kind. Don't talk bad about him. And that was done.
If they are
And by
bad
who?
politicians,
And by who?
If they are bad politicians, you have to call them out on the
Yes.
bullshit, whether they male or female.
Okay, good.
Cedric.
So let's start
don't
calling
come-
out.
So
let's
start calling out the bad MP.
Rolando
Heliger Martin.
Blystein, you little
This
conniving
is-
crook.
Listen, stop it.
What?
You sound like Gromiko now. Stop it.
I
Let
tell
me
me-
stop it.
You come
Stop
to
it.
town and Gromiko?
Come on.
Listen, I
Because
going
this
to
all you like to
prophesy.
nitpick. Listen,
Who ta-
this is
nitpicking?
this is what I'm talking about.
This is what
So
I'm talking
you-
about.
Cedric,
This is what I'm talking about.
Cedric.
Leave the woman alone.
No.
She did not cause no confusion.
She didn't do
You
anything
want me
in
pull up the
Parliament.
WhatsApp?
She didn't do nothing in
You
Parliament.
sound like
She didn't do
you
nothing
sound
in
like
Parliament.
William. You sound like William. You run him on any?
Hey, who running on any?
Rolando.
You know, I was thinking on when I was making the memes
You know I want to know
on
if the
National
convict
Alliance.
gonna run again.
Which convict? Because
Which?
now they have a lot.
Brown Bill.
Cedric,
I'm interested.
people make mistakes and they get convicted, and then afterwards they move forward. and
What
they
was
get-
the mistake? The
they get
conviction?
elected- They get elected. Okay, they get elected by the people. You just this is the contradictory.
Yes.
I hate about Cedric Ortega.
What? Let's
In the
have it.
beginning of the program, he watches you and he tells you that everybody has a chance, no matter where they come from, what they do. They have a constitutional right to become a member of parliament. And now, on the other side, he here talking about who the convict gonna get elected again. That's how he sounds.
You see,
like a baby.
Because
That's what
Andrew
Cedric is.
cannot walk and
He
chew
doesn't
gum at the
understand.
same time. He cannot understand that because as a citizen you have that freedom doesn't mean that all of us are in a position mentally, socially, and with the sticky fingers to exercise it. He simply doesn't have the ability to distinguish the two. And context is king. That statement was in reference to not because you're on a party automatically make you capable of being a minister. Get food poisoning for Christmas.
Mentally, Cedric is exhausting. But
I
I
know,
still
I
have
know.
to deal with him on a weekly basis because at the end of the day, Cedric appeals to the audience that doesn't understand politics. And that's why I need to make sure that he's here so that, it can be a well-balanced program.
For
But for
those
who
of
do
us who
understand,
actually
so, let me
understand
explain
politics,
that
the confusion that
everybody-
we see on this island is partly caused by characters like
Christian
Andrew,
Martin.
who supporting Brugge, who automatically thinks he had to be Minister of Education.
No, I didn't. Wait.
You
no,
just said
I
it.
didn't. No, I
That's
didn't say
why
that.
you said.
Don't be pushing.
You say he was right. He was skipped.
I'm saying.
And then you say, but you can't skip him, you run on your list. And I say, anybody could run on the list. That don't mean you're capable of being a minister. And Andrew said, but you run on the list. Then Andrew gonna turn around and say, he's the highest vote getter. Don't matter if he don't know the difference between a bouwstop and a vernietigingsopdracht. He get the highest votes. And Grisha.
Cedric,
Yeah. And Grisha.
Cedric is running on the National Alliance because he's confusing you. I understand. I think he's getting his.
I told you I had a stroke, I
ready.
can't run.
You listen.
I got a wheelchair.
You're gonna wheel yourself in there.
But it's gonna be smooth though. It gonna one of those.
At the end of the day, again, the parties that we have on St. Martin right now, the makeup is going to be very interesting in the coming weeks, months. The reason why I say that is because we don't know whether this government is going to last for the full entire term, because it's set for January 2024, the elections. However, it could be that something might happen and then there's not elections.
Yeah, because they seem
but
to
it's
be.
more likely that that is not going to happen
Why
because
not?
we have a new minister that is coming in for the Ministry of Tiat, and also the MPs that supporting the government are the ones who are in charge of this minister, so to speak.
In charge of a minister.
Oh, here we go. Do I need to explain you what I mean by in charge?
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
you
let me
don't.
explain
No, you don't.
Members of Parliament.
No, you don't. The
appoint
protection,
ministers.
the protection,
Therefore, it
and
means
the minister got
that
appointed because the
minister
minister
gets appointed
was going to
by a
sign off.
coalition of
The,
eight,
the minister
and the
now,
coalition
this
of
minister
eight
is going to
then
create
picks the
confusion.
ministers who continue to work.
The new minister is coming in,
the people.
wound
Continue.
up by Napoleon, Cornroll, and the convict to go cause confusion right down by by that place where they want the water rights. Minister Udendi ain't going for that. How long this government gonna last?
That is it for Late Night Show. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you share it. Tell your friends that Late Night is back. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.